wonder, why does the word feminism still make people so uncomfortable? Like, why is it when a woman says, I am a feminist, there's somebody ready to roll their eyes as if she declared war on man? And that's exactly why I picked up two books of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. One is We All Should Be Feminists, and another one is A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions. So let's get started with the book. Well, to be clear, Chimamanda is a Nigerian writer. She is a feminist. And to be honest, these two are not just books. They are mirror. They make you look at yourself, your beliefs, your upbringing, your excuses, and realize how much of what we call normal is actually unfair. Before I start with books, let me tell you, these books are really short. You can just finish it in few hours. In We All Should Be Feminists, Adichie asks a simple but powerful question, which is, what does feminism mean today? And then she answers it not with the complicated theory but with truth, simply drawn straight from experience. And you know what? What she says, feminism isn't about making women strong. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength. Because we all grew up teaching girls to be quiet, careful, polite, while teaching boys to be bold, loud, ambitious. You know what? Girls are taught to aspire to marriage, while boys are taught to aspire to success. And you know what the worst part? Then we call it normal. It is what it is. But it is anything but normal. It is what condition is. And condition is what the root of the inequality. And feminism, she says, is a belief in social, political and economic equality of the sexes. No hatred, no superiority, just fairness. That's the definition. But nowadays feminism got such a bad name. Like really bad. Adichie shares some personal moments from her own life when she was paid less than a man, talked over in meetings, told to tone it down because she was being too opinionated, and told to just behave just because she is a woman. But honestly, we all have that moments where you are told to behave or like you are just overreacting when you simply speak up for yourself. And it's not just something so shocking, because it's just in daily life. Every girls in their life get to hear these words like behave, sit properly, talk softly, and what not. And that's what she exactly exposes. Like how patriarchy isn't always loud, violent. It's like soft, sometimes it's soft, invisible, but everywhere. Like when we tell a boy not to cry because men don't cry, or when we call a woman too ambitious as if ambition has gender. Because see, it's very small, little things, but it's poisonous. Because these little things shape how we see the world, and worse, how we see ourselves. And then comes A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions. A letter written to her friend who asked Chimamanda how to raise her daughter to be a feminist. And her response, 15 powerful suggestions. Simple but life-changing. She says, let your daughter choose. If she wants a doll, great. If she wants helicopter, even better. But don't tell her what's for boys, what's for girls. Teach her how to love her body, to question the tradition that makes no sense at all, to know that marriage isn't an achievement, and to realize her worth is not about how much likable she is. Teach her to reject the idea that men allow women to do things. Because, guys, equality isn't about permission. And most importantly, teach her to raise her voice. Not to be angry, but to be heard. Because silence isn't always about peace, it's suppression. Reading both books, one thing hit me deeply is that the problem isn't to start at government or at office, it starts at home. In how we talk to our daughters and our sons, in what we praise and what we shame. We tell boys don't cry and girls don't shout. We tell boys be strong and girls be kind. Here comes the starting, the root. In home only we start these things and then it became the problem. And then we wonder why grown men can't express their emotions and why grown women struggle to say no. It's not what we failed, it's about how we never questioned what we were taught. And Adichie's books make you do exactly that. Question. Here comes the most ignored truth. Feminism isn't for women. It's for everyone. And there are men out there who get it. They understand that feminism isn't against them, but for them too. Because patriarchy hurts men too. It forces them to hide their emotions, to equate masculinity with dominance, and to measure their worth with power, not in peace. One of the best examples, here comes my favorite, Kim Namjoon, also known as RM of BTS. God, like I fell in love with that man. He is very proud and openly a feminist. Like, to be honest, why I bring him as an example is that they themselves got, BTS themselves got the hate. There are so many hate comments like they are gay, are they even men, they wear makeups, they are like girls. And there the man, Kim Namjoon, who breaks that toxic masculinity. Okay, so let's break down. Break it down, not break down, break it down. So yes, the man I stand. He is a feminist very openly and proudly. He has spoken about equality, about respecting women's choice, and about breaking gender expectations through his art and actions. In his lyrics, he talks about identity and vulnerability. Damn, I said it in one go. Okay, so for me to spell the word vulnerability is such a hard task, but I did it in one go. Okay, let's not get this let's not get what? I forget the word. Let's not get distracted. Okay? Yeah. So in his lyrics, he talk about identity and vulnerability and the need for man to understand emotions which society rarely encourages. In an interview, he said that he learned about feminism, about how poorly women are treated, and instead of dismissing it, he reflected it. He changed. And that's what one need to do. It's not about what, but it's about I respect that man. He knew it. He understood it. And he respected it. Because it is what one need to do. It is as simple as that, but the toxic masculinity, the ego will always get in the way. But my man overcome it. He changed, and that's why I stand him or them. But he will be someone I will respect the most. He is the feminist. And that's what Adichie's feminism stands for. Not blame, not shame, but correction. Real men aren't scared of feminism. Yeah, I said what I said. Real men aren't scared of feminism. Rather, they're inspired by it because they know feminism doesn't take power away from them. It takes pressure off of them. It lets them be human. So both books tells us that the change won't happen overnight. It will take time, which is very obvious, but it will start with awareness. Let me tell you, feminism is not a trend. Yeah, it's not a trend. It's not a weapon. It's not an identity crisis. It's a hope. A hope for a better future, a fairer world where man and woman both can exist without suppressing, pretending, and competing. Like very fair and very peaceful. And if you think it doesn't bother you, then it's exactly why it does. You need to be bothered by it. You need to realize, you need to be aware of it. Not the definition you saw on Instagram profiles. You need to go through it, go deep, read books, see the history. You will know, even see yourself how women are getting suppressed every single day just because in the name of normal. So yeah, dig deeper, get inside about it. Not just go around throwing bad things or saying names about feminism. First get to know yourself, then you can criticize. So maybe the next time when someone says they are a feminist, don't ask why. Ask why not. Because as Chimamanda says, feminism isn't about hating men. It's about loving fairness. And if men like Kim Namjoon can call themselves as feminists, then what's stopping the rest of us? We should all be feminists, not because it's fashionable, but because it is right. So if you guys already have read these books, tell me what struck you the most. And if you haven't read this, then start now. Because awareness is the first step towards the change. Go for it. What's stopping you? So that's it for the video. And if you guys like it, then hit the like button, subscribe and comment. And if you have any recommendation for the book review, you can feel free to DM me on my Instagram or even you comment me. And that's all. Have a good day. Happy reading.